Dear students, I would like to explain the first practical for you to conduct through online, and that is the torsional pendulum. The objective of this experiment is to dynamically measure the moment of inertia and to find out the resistance offered by the wire by twisting it. The aim of the experiment is to find out the moment of inertia of a irregular body and to find out the rigidity modulus of the suspension wire. Here we have a wire which has been suspended, a very thin wire. We require to calculate the rigidity modulus of this wire, and also we require to calculate the moment of inertia of this irregular body. And this can be done by finding the moment of inertia of the regular body, that is a circular body, as well as the rectangular body. Now, to do this experiment, first I want you to open your observation book, try to fill up all the necessary informations, and in the observation book you can see first you require to calculate what is the mass of the circular disc, where the mass of the circular disc is given here is 1.180 kg is the mass of the circular disc. Then we require to calculate what is the radius of the circular disc, and the radius has been measured by means of a scale, and it comes around 7.4 centimeter. Then the mass of the rectangular disc, the mass of the rectangular disc is 1.070 kg. The length of the rectangular disc is 14.6, and the breadth of the rectangular disc is 10.1 centimeter. Now these are the following data. Now let us try to open the tabular column, and in the tabular column we require to first take the circular disc. So we have a circular disc here, and try to connect the circular disc to the screw head given here, connected to the wire. So slowly rotate and try to fix this, and use a chalk piece and try to mark this such that we are able to give torsional oscillations. So here now the disc is slightly bit turned and it has been set to oscillate. Make sure that it doesn't have any kind of other form of oscillations, and when the marker comes to one end, you start the timer and count it as 0, such that when the oscillation completes it becomes 1 oscillations, and this is the second oscillations, and you continue to calculate till the 10 oscillations. When you complete the 10th oscillation, suddenly stop the timer and take down this timer as 45.3 on your book. This is the time taken for 10 oscillations. Now repeat this experiment once again and find out what is the time taken for 10 oscillations. And the same experiment can be repeated for the different bodies. So slowly you remove the circular disc. Now you try to connect the rectangular disc and try to repeat the practical in a similar manner. Here also you try to make a marker on the rectangular disc and set the torsional oscillations. Make sure that there are no other form of oscillations. So you start the timer from one end and count the number of oscillations and find out the time taken for 10 oscillations. Repeat this experiment second time, and I am going to give you the values for the circular disc as well as a rectangular disc, the time taken for 10 oscillations. Those readings you can see on the book, where the first trial 45.3, second trial 45.6, and for a rectangular disc it is 39.4 and 39.8. You can do the calculation by dividing the given time for 10 oscillation into 10, so that it is going to give you the time taken for one oscillation. take the mean for the circular disk as well as the rectangular disk, and then you try to calculate I by t square. And here I is the moment of inertia, and that can be calculated using the equation I is equal to m1 r1 square by 2. You are aware the mass of the circular disk and the radius. Use this equation, calculate the I. Similarly for the rectangular disk, m2 into L square plus b square divided by 12, calculate the moment of inertia, and then you try to find out I by t square, and you find what is the mean of the 2 I by t square and try to write down the mean value here. Now I would like to calculate the moment of inertia of an irregular body, and to calculate the moment of inertia of an irregular body, remove the irregular body. For an irregular body there are no standard form of equations. So by knowing the ratio of I by t square, we can easily calculate what is I by t square of the irregular body, and hence I can calculate the moment of inertia of the irregular body. Here also you try to repeat this experiment by setting the torsional oscillations, and here you try to count the time taken for 10 oscillation 2 times, and the readings are here. The first trial is 42.8 and the second trial is 42.4. Hence calculate the time period by dividing by 10 and take the mean. And once you have calculated, this is the time taken by an irregular body. Now to calculate the moment of inertia of the irregular body, use the equation Ix is equal to I by t square into Tx square. Substitute I by t square from the mean value and Tx square from this given value and calculate. Radius of the wire is given as 0.345 millimeter and the length of the suspension wire is 44.5 centimeter. Now using these values, you try to calculate the rigidity modulus using the equation n is equal to 8 pi L by r to the power 4 into I by t square. So you can calculate what is the rigidity modulus of the wire. So by doing that calculation, you kindly write here the moment of inertia of the irregular body about the axis of suspension something and the rigidity modulus of the material of the suspension wire. You can write it here. Hence the outcome of the experiment, that the student is able to measure the moment of inertia of the body and the rigidity modulus of any wire, and understand the rigidity modulus is independent of the dimension of the wire.